Hello, welcome to Lisa Derby City. Long time no record. It's now the 17th of September and it's a Tuesday and it's the year 2024 and we are now entering the harvest moon lunar eclipse. And in the next 5 days time, British UK time, like 1:43 p.m. estimated, we will be entering the autumn equinox. So that just means when the days are the same length. So that means that the clocks will be going back by an hour. I've not done this since, was it June, July of this year? And what I'm going to do, just because of my own time constraints, I'm going to probably do this every 3 months. So the next time that I will do a video reading will be hopefully in the December of this year. Okay. I'm just going to keep it short and sweet. But I thought, because we are kind of like, it's a full moon later on this evening, I think it's going to be around this after 10:30 UK time. It's kind of like with the full moon, it's kind of like it's a different light, isn't it? Because we had the sunlight from the summer and now we're having the moonlight. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to look for the moon card. When I get the moon card, the card in front will tell us kind of like what to look forward to. Then the card behind will tell us what to leave behind. And this is just a general reading, so it may not resonate with all of you. For legal purposes, this is purely for entertainment value. So I'm going to look for the moon card and see what we're to leave behind and what are we to look forward to going into the next month, because we'll be entering autumn. And next month will be the October as well. So I'm just looking for my moon card. Okay. While I'm thinking about it, we add up today's date, the 17th of the 9th month, which is September 2024. Add that to a number, 70, then make it to a whole number, so it becomes 7. And 7 basically means that we are all heading in the right direction, whatever that may be. So I'm just looking for my moon card. I've got the sun card, sunlight, and it has been nice as well with the weather recently. But I want the moon card because I want to know, for general guidance, what do we need to leave behind and what to look forward to in the future. So where's this elusive moon card that I'm looking for? Every other card. So I'm just looking for my moon card, so bear with me. Okay, not done this for quite some time. Okay, moon card. Okay, so here we go, look. We've got the moon card. So in front of the moon card, we had the High Priestess. Then behind the moon card is the Ten of Pentacles. So let's put these other cards to one side. So it's like this. So this will be what to look forward to and what to leave behind, because this is the moon card, okay? The moon card will represent those born under the sign of water. So that will be those born of the sign of Piscean, Scorpio or Cancers. And I'm not an expert when it comes to astrology, but we are kind of like entering kind of like the Piscean kind of like season. So you may be a bit more sensitive as well. But you know, if someone says that you're sensitive, embrace it. There's nothing wrong with being sensitive, because being sensitive means that you're more in tune with your own feelings, and also you can pick up on other people's feelings. But also to be sensitive to by discernment, to know which is your own feelings or is that somebody else's. So it's kind of like learn to protect your own energies, or basically just have boundaries. That's the short and sweet of it. In this day and age, it's about having boundaries, okay? Because you see here, that represents the Piscean, which I am. And then I think that's meant to be a crayfish, actually. I always thought it was just like the Scorpio, but I think it's actually meant to be the crayfish. But Scorpio, coincidentally, is born of the water sign as well. I say those born of the Piscean are meant to be indecisive. No, it's not called being indecisive because we basically have all the traits for all the other star signs, basically. So that's why we will be hard to ascertain what is our true personality, because people may think that we are fickle or we are fake. No, we just reflect the environment that we are in. Okay, so this is the card in front of the moon card. So looking forward is the high priest. We've got the yin and yang. And again, it's quite symbolic with the high priest, because this is about embracing your femininity regardless of your gender. Yes, I know we live in a world now where we are meant to be non-binary, but this is about embracing the femininity, because we have been dominated by the masculine phase for such a long time. That's kind of like to embrace the feminine phase, or maybe a combination, hence the yin and yang, because it's about duality. And that's about our relationship with ourselves and others. And they're always going to be the good and the bad. And it's about balance. And at the moment, things have been a bit out of balance. But if you notice now that things are coming out in the open, so it's kind of like skeletons that have been hidden are coming out in the open. And sometimes it sort of seems like doom and gloom when you hear about young people being stabbed to death, or people with mental illness, and that our councils don't have enough resources. So it's always the vulnerable, which again will be the elderly, people with some type of mental health issues or even physical health issues. And again, it's the children, isn't it? You hear about a cap on the benefits where you get £20 allowance, and then it's up to two, and after that it's kind of like fend for yourself. What we've got to remember, not to blame the children, okay? And also, who are we to judge? We don't know the circumstances as well. So basically, the high priestess it's about trusting your intuition, that gut feeling that you get in the pit of your stomach if you think something's off and you just don't know what it is, and it doesn't make logical, rational sense, because that's kind of like the masculine, isn't it? Masculine is meant to be rational, logical, where the feminine is meant to be more about intuition, or some people say also irrational. But it's kind of like just to learn to trust your feeling and to go with the process, okay? It's kind of like owning your shit, and if it's not your shit, then give it back. Love and light, give it back. Or about having your healthy boundaries. And then what we've got behind is the 10 of Pentacles. And it's kind of like we've got a dove here. So what that's saying, that in the past, that financially we may have all felt the constraints, because we would have heard things like the cost of living crisis. And it's a global, it's just not a national, it's an international situation where our resources are stretched, hence all these various budget cuts. And then in the UK, we have a new government, which is the Labour. And some of the policies that they are discussing in Parliament, it's kind of like may cause discomfort for people with regards to finances. But on a positive, the junior doctors are going to be getting, is it over 20% of a pay rise? And they're not going to be called junior doctors anymore, are they? They're going to be called residential doctors, to reflect their kind of like their level of expertise or experiences. And for all of us, we had to be constrained on our budgets. And it seems like it doesn't matter what type of job you're doing. It just seems like we've all been impacted. And it's kind of like people now, if you notice now, everyone's got a bit of a side hustle, because this is my side hustle. Unfortunately, the circumstances are that my side hustle is not enough to sustain me. So I have to go back to my old job back in the social care environment, because unfortunately I love doing this, but it's not sustaining me. So it's about kind of like those financial constraints from the past, and that would have started taking us backwards. So starting from say the August up to now, those constraints are beginning to ease off. So hopefully after you pay all your essentials, there may be a bit of disposable money now left for you to enjoy. Like, because I mean, yes, we all go to work, and the whole idea is that once you go to work and you pay all your essentials, that hopefully any money left over will be a disposable income where you can have a bit of fun. And that whole thing, like, well, if you want to save up for your own property, was back in the day, it was cheaper to own your own property than to rent. But now it seems to have gone 360 degrees, and it seems to be cheaper to rent at the moment because of the mortgages. So it's all about our finances, isn't it? Everything seems to be kind of like out of balance. I mean, to trying to get that balance back again. And that's going to take us to leave another 5-10 years to kind of like to breathe a sigh of relief, because there are going to be lots of changes that's going to impact us all, regardless of your income level. I think the minimum wage now, because we used to have a minimum wage and a cost of living, but I think it's the same. So I think, if I remember correctly, the minimum wage is either 11.40 odd, I'm not sure. And then if you get anything above that, well done you and stuff. So financial constraints will still be in place coming to the end of this month, September. And then by the mid-October, you should hopefully see a bit of either earning of extra money, or maybe winning the lottery. Or there's going to be a cash windfall one way or another if your finances has been stretched. Because like we said with the moon card, it's about a different type of light. And it's about the moonlight, because the sunlight and moonlight are different lights. The sunlight's meant to activate our DNA, isn't it? And they say to, like, the hottest time not to, or to avoid be sitting out in the sun from 11 to 3. Well, that's meant to be the hottest time or something like that. But I enjoy sitting out that time. So remember to put on sun lotion. I am going off a tangent, aren't I? But I suppose the story is with the full moon card, because we're entering the Piscean season. So it's about trusting your intuition, especially those born of the water signs, like your Pisceans, your Sagittarius, Pisceans, Cancers, and Scorpios. So you may be feeling more hypersensitive, even if you're not born of a water sign. You will be more sensitive. And also watch out for allergies as well. But also the main thing looking forward is to trust your instincts. And also the importance about having boundaries set into place. Then looking back, any financial constraints will be coming to an end. And this will be more apparent going into the next month, October, but it feels like mid-October. Okay. And then remember, this is just a general reading, okay? Nothing fancy wazzy. Or like, oh. Well, this is my kind of like my message from the cosmos. So I'm going to mix the cards again. And let's see, what is the message for us as a general collective going forward? And, oh, I've got 4 cards. So let's read the 4 cards then. So card 1 is newborn, a great beginning. And that is kind of apt, because like I mentioned earlier with the tarot, that we now are 17th of Tuesday, 2024. In the next 5 days, we will be entering the equinox, where the day and night is equal. So it's a bit like that theme about duality, isn't it? And balance. And it's just saying a great beginning. So a new start, okay? Because harvest moon as well. Gather your harvest, isn't it? So all those things that you have planted are going to be bearing fruit in a sense. Then the next one is abnormal. Pay attention to the unusual in life. So it's a bit like trusting your instincts, even when something does not make logical, rational sense. Go with your gut instincts. And all these things that are happening that does not make sense, that you're going to be hearing on the various social media platforms. I mean, is it only now that admitted that UFOs or is it aliens do exist? So don't be surprised if you can start hearing things that does not make sense whatsoever. Or if you have friends that are conspiracy theorist people, and we thought that it was a bit doolally, well, maybe not so doolally. Maybe these conspiracy theories have that element of truth that make that seem so far-fetched may actually be true. So just watch out for things, okay? Pay attention to the unusual in life. Dancing, dash for the objective. I love this. I don't know why this reminds me of a yoga position called downward dog. And I suppose it's about movement, isn't it? Especially for people that work indoors and you get a bit stiff. And it's not just about being with age, but it's about movement. Movement is good for the soul, loosen up the joints, makes you feel happy as well. So just move or dance to the rhythm to your own beat. So just keep moving, okay? And that could be just basically, it's about exercise, isn't it? You don't always have to go to the gym, but swimming, dancing, going for a walk. I love my autumn walks with my friends. Like the nights are a bit more cooler as well because of the moonlight. So just kind of like keep fit and active, okay? Then the last card is confidence. Not all stars shine. Believe in your own strength. So again, it kind of like it's like a conclusion, isn't it? Because it said to trust your own instinct. And also to start comparing yourself to other people, because there's always going to be someone better off in front of you and somebody worse off than you. So they're always going to be in the middle, if that makes sense. So it's kind of like to appreciate what you have in the here and now. That cliche, that actually you could be worse off. And what's happening in other countries, cities, continents, despite the doom and gloom that we are hearing or seeing or witnessing in the UK, where they're trying to divide and conquer different races, ethnicities, sexualities, religions. It's like a game. And I'm not making light of it, but life is like a game, and it's kind of like knowing how to play the system. Because we are all unique. Yes, I know we are human beings and we all go for a shit and we all bleed blood. But we have our own quirks. So it's kind of like to embrace your uniqueness, those eccentricities as well. And it's kind of like not to dim your light, but to shine your quirks, your uniqueness. If people don't get it, that's their problem. And I'm just going to end it there. And like I said, because of my own time constraints and availability, thank you for your continual support. And yes, if you do want to book a reading with me now, you have to pay a deposit. So I know it's secure because my time is my energy. Okay, love and light. Embrace this harvest full moon or lunar eclipse. Have a good day. Lisa Derby City. Thank you.